There are moments in life when everything seems to be at a standstill. You have worked hard, put in the effort, and done everything you could, yet things are not falling into place the way you expected. You see others moving forward, achieving their dreams, while you feel stuck in the same place, wondering why your time has not come yet. In these moments, frustration creeps in, doubt starts whispering in your mind, and you begin to question whether all your efforts are even worth it. But what if the waiting period is not a punishment? What if it is a necessary part of your journey? Patience is one of the hardest virtues to develop because it requires us to trust a process we cannot fully see. We live in a world that glorifies instant success, quick results, fast achievements, and immediate gratification, but anything truly valuable takes time to build. A strong foundation is never rushed. When a tree is planted, it does not sprout overnight. It takes months, even years, for its roots to grow deep into the ground before it can stand tall and strong. The same applies to your life. Just because you do not see immediate results does not mean nothing is happening. Growth is happening beneath the surface. You are being prepared for something bigger than you can imagine. Many people give up too soon because they mistake delays for denial. They believe that if something does not happen right away, it means it is never going to happen. But success is not always about speed. It is about endurance. It is about continuing to move forward even when progress seems invisible. It is about holding on to your faith and trusting that just because something is taking time does not mean it is out of reach. Waiting is not wasted time if you use it wisely. This period is meant to strengthen you, to teach you, and to prepare you for what is coming. Too often people want to rush into success without realizing that they are not yet ready for it. Imagine receiving everything you ever wanted before you were prepared to handle it. It would overwhelm you. It might even destroy you. That is why timing is everything. The delay you are experiencing might be the very thing that is protecting you from a failure you are not yet equipped to handle. Think about the people who have achieved great things. Their stories are rarely about instant success. More often than not, they faced years of rejection, failure, and obstacles before they finally reached their breakthrough. What separated them from everyone else was their ability to keep going. They did not let delays discourage them. They did not let setbacks make them doubt their worth. They understood that their time would come, and when it did, they would be ready. You must believe that the time you are waiting is not being wasted. You are learning patience, resilience, and perseverance. You are developing the strength to sustain the success that is coming your way. Every moment of waiting is shaping you into the person who will be capable of handling the opportunities that will eventually come. Instead of seeing the wait as an obstacle, see it as part of the process. Instead of feeling frustrated, focus on growing. Ask yourself, what skills can I develop during this time? What lessons can I learn? How can I prepare myself for the future I am working toward? Too often people waste their waiting season complaining and feeling sorry for themselves. But those who truly succeed use this time to sharpen their abilities, to build their character, and to strengthen their mindset. When the opportunity finally arrives, they do not just step into it, they dominate it. That is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Do not allow impatience to make you settle for less than you deserve. Sometimes, when people get tired of waiting, they start accepting things that are beneath their potential. They rush into jobs, relationships, or situations that are not meant for them simply because they feel desperate for movement. But settling for something less than what you truly desire will never bring true satisfaction. Trust that if something has not happened yet, it is because something better is still being prepared for you. Waiting can be frustrating, but it is never without purpose. The struggles you face today are building the strength you will need tomorrow. The patience you are learning now will be the foundation that keeps you steady when success finally arrives. Instead of fighting the waiting process, embrace it. Use it as a time to become the best version of yourself, so that when the right opportunity comes, you will not only be ready for it, you will be unstoppable. No matter how long it takes, do not lose hope. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Your timing is unique. Your story is different. And when the right moment arrives, everything will fall into place in a way that will make you realize why the wait was necessary. Until then, keep working, keep believing, and keep preparing. Your time is coming. Every closed door, every delay, and every challenge you face is not a sign of failure. It is a step in your journey. The waiting period is not a punishment, it is preparation. Too often we want things to happen on our timeline, but the best things in life arrive at the right time, not the rushed time. Success is not just about reaching a destination, it is about becoming the person who is ready to handle it. Trust the process. Believe that the delays are shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Instead of dwelling on what has not happened yet, focus on preparing yourself for what is coming. Growth happens in the waiting. Strength is built in the struggle. Patience is what turns dreams into reality. No matter how long it takes, do not lose faith. What is meant for you will not pass you by. But when the right door opens, it will make sense why others had to close. You will see that every moment of struggle, every setback, and every unanswered prayer was not a rejection, but a redirection, leading you exactly where you were always meant to be. Keep going, keep believing, and when the time is right, everything will fall into place. Think of the times you have been denied an opportunity. Maybe you lost a job, failed an exam, or faced rejection in something you deeply wanted. At that moment, it may have felt like the end of the road, like everything you worked for had slipped through your fingers. The disappointment, the frustration, and the self-doubt may have made you question whether you were even meant for the path you were on. But later, when you look back, you realize that what felt like a setback was actually a redirection, one that led you to something even greater. Life has a way of rearranging things in ways we do not always understand in the moment. Sometimes what we desperately want is not what we truly need. Sometimes the things we think are best for us would only hold us back from the bigger plans that are waiting ahead. The challenge is trusting the process, even when it does not make sense. Trusting that if one door closes, another better one will eventually open. Many people get stuck dwelling on missed opportunities. They replay the rejection in their minds, wondering what they could have done differently. They hold on to the pain of a closed door, allowing it to make them bitter, discouraged, or even afraid to try again. But holding on to what did not work out will only keep them from seeing what is still possible. What if, instead of focusing on what was lost, they shifted their focus to what could still be gained? What if they saw every rejection not as an end, but as a redirection? The truth is, every great person who has ever succeeded has faced moments of failure, rejection, and doubt, but they did not let those moments define them. They understood that setbacks were just part of the journey, not the final destination. They kept moving forward, even when things did not go as planned. They did not waste energy worrying about doors that had closed. Instead, they kept knocking, kept searching, and kept believing that the right door would eventually open. Every delay, every disappointment, every rejection is shaping you. It is preparing you for something better. If everything came easily, you would not grow. If success was instant, you would not appreciate it. The struggles you face today are strengthening you for the opportunities that will come tomorrow. But you must be willing to trust the journey, even when it is difficult. You must be willing to believe that just because things are not happening the way you expected, it does not mean they are not happening at all. The world often teaches us to measure success by how quickly we achieve our goals. But real success is not about speed, it is about endurance. It is about the ability to keep going, even when things do not go as planned. It is about understanding that timing is everything. Sometimes the door does not open because you are not ready yet. Sometimes you need to grow, to learn, to develop a new skill, or to build more resilience before you can handle what is coming. And sometimes the delay is not about you at all. It is about the opportunity itself needing to be in the right place at the right time. When things do not go your way, it is easy to feel like you are falling behind. But no two journeys are the same. Just because someone else's door opened before yours does not mean yours will not open. Just because your success is taking longer does not mean it will not happen. Timing is unique for everyone, and the worst thing you can do is compare your journey to someone else's. Focus on your own path, trust your own timing, and keep moving forward. If you have ever faced rejection, if you have ever felt like a door has closed in your face, do not lose hope. What is meant for you will never pass you by. The right opportunities will come when you are ready for them. And when they do, you will realize why everything had to happen the way it did. Every setback will make sense, every delay will prove to be necessary, and every challenge you faced will have made you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what is ahead. Life is always moving, always changing, and always creating new possibilities. What may feel like an ending today could be the beginning of something far greater than you ever imagined. Instead of worrying about what did not work out, focus on what still can. Instead of dwelling on closed doors, trust that better ones are waiting to be opened. The journey is not over just because one path did not work out. There are still many roads ahead, and the right one will appear at the right time. No matter what you are facing today, do not give up. Keep moving forward. Keep believing that something better is coming. The right door will open, and when it does, you will understand that every moment of struggle, every delay, and every disappointment was leading you exactly where you were meant to be. The world will tell you that success is about power, money, or luck. But true success comes from patience, belief, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when everything seems against you. Society often measures success by external achievements, fame, wealth, and recognition. But these things alone do not define success. Real success is the ability to keep going despite challenges, to hold on to faith when everything seems uncertain, and to continue believing in yourself when the world does not. It is easy to feel discouraged when you see others achieving their dreams while you are still struggling. You may wonder why success comes so easily for some while you have to fight for every step. But what you do not see is their journey, the failures, the disappointments, the sacrifices they had to make. No one reaches greatness without hardship. Every person who has ever succeeded has faced moments of doubt, rejection, and struggle. The difference is, they did not let those moments define them. They kept moving forward. Patience is one of the most powerful qualities a person can have. It is the ability to keep working even when results are not immediate. In a world that glorifies overnight success, patience is often overlooked. People want quick results, instant recognition, and immediate rewards. But the truth is, anything truly meaningful takes time. The tallest trees do not grow overnight. They take years to reach their full potential. Likewise, true success requires persistence, endurance, and the willingness to keep going even when progress seems slow. Belief is just as important as patience. If you do not believe in yourself, it does not matter how much talent, skill, or opportunity you have. Self-doubt can be the biggest barrier to success. Many people give up not because they lack ability, but because they stop believing in themselves. When things do not go as planned, it is easy to think, maybe I'm not meant for this, or maybe I'm not good enough. But these thoughts are simply fear disguised as logic. They are not the truth. The truth is, as long as you are willing to learn, grow, and improve, you are capable of achieving anything. Courage is the final piece of the puzzle. The world will challenge you. You will face rejection, criticism, and failure. But courage is what allows you to stand up after every setback. It is what pushes you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to continue despite fear. Many people have dreams but never pursue them because they are afraid of failure. They would rather stay in their comfort zone than take a chance and risk losing. But what they do not realize is that the greatest risk is not failure. It is never trying at all. Regret is far worse than failure. At least failure teaches you something. At least failure moves you forward. Regret, on the other hand, keeps you stuck, always wondering what could have been. When everything seems against you, remember that success is not about how fast you get there. It is about whether you keep going. The journey is never a straight path. There will be detours, delays, and obstacles. But if you keep moving forward with patience, belief, and courage, you will reach where you are meant to be. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you question everything. But those who succeed are not the ones who never faced hardship. They are the ones who refuse to give up despite it. Think about the most successful people in history. They were not the ones who had an easy road. They were the ones who faced failure after failure, but never lost faith. They were the ones who kept going when no one believed in them. They were the ones who understood that every setback was a setup for something greater. Their patience, belief, and courage shaped their success, not just their talent or luck. If you are struggling today, remind yourself that you are on the right path. Struggles do not mean you are failing, they mean you are growing. Every challenge is making you stronger. Every setback is teaching you something valuable. Every delay is preparing you for something better. The key is to keep moving forward. Do not rush the process. Do not compare your journey to others. Do not let temporary difficulties make you lose sight of your ultimate goal. Success is not just about reaching a destination. It is about becoming the person who is capable of handling it. That is why patience, belief, and courage are so important. They shape you into the person you need to be. When you reach your destination, you will realize that every hardship, every struggle, and every moment of doubt was necessary. They were not stopping you. They were preparing you. No matter where you are in your journey, keep going. Do not let temporary failures make you forget how far you have come. Do not let fear make you settle for less than you deserve. And most importantly, do not lose faith in yourself. The road may be long, but the destination is worth it. Keep believing, keep working, and keep moving forward. Your moment is coming, and when it arrives, you will understand why every step of the journey was necessary. We often fear the unknown. We ask ourselves, what if I fail? What if this is not my destiny? What if I am not good enough? These thoughts can be overwhelming, filling our minds with doubt and hesitation. Fear of the unknown is one of the biggest barriers to success. It keeps us from taking risks, from pursuing our dreams, and from believing in ourselves. But the truth is, worrying about failure does not prevent it. In fact, it does the opposite. It holds us back from even trying. Every person who has ever achieved something great has had these fears. They have questioned themselves, doubted their abilities, and wondered if they were on the right path. But what made them different is that they did not let fear control them. They felt the fear, but they moved forward anyway. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success. Every setback, every rejection, every obstacle is a lesson that prepares us for what is ahead. Too often, people let fear dictate their lives. They settle for less because they are afraid to chase something bigger. They stay in their comfort zones because stepping out feels too risky. But the reality is, nothing great ever happens in comfort zones. Growth requires discomfort. It requires stepping into uncertainty, taking chances, and trusting that no matter what happens, they will find a way forward. There is a common belief that success is about having everything figured out from the beginning. But that is not true. Most people who reach great heights do not have a clear path when they start. They face confusion, roadblocks, and failures along the way. But instead of letting these things stop them, they keep going. They trust that even if they cannot see the full picture now, they are being led in the right direction. Doubt is a powerful enemy. It whispers in our ears that we are not good enough, that we will never make it, that others are better or more deserving. But the truth is, doubt is nothing more than a voice in our heads. It is not reality. The only way to overcome it is to prove it wrong. Every time you push past doubt and take a step forward, you weaken its power over you. Every time you choose faith over fear, you become stronger. Think about the things that scare you the most. Maybe it's failing in front of others, maybe it's starting over, maybe it's putting in effort and seeing no results. Whatever it is, ask yourself this: what if I try and it actually works out? What if I take this chance and it leads me to something incredible? Too often we focus on what could go wrong, but what if we focused on what could go right? The world is full of stories of people who faced endless failures before they succeeded. People who were told they were not good enough, not talented enough, not smart enough, but they refused to listen. They believed in themselves when no one else did, and that belief carried them forward. If they had let fear stop them, the world would never have known their names, their talents, or their contribution. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is simply the decision to keep going no matter what. It is the choice to believe in oneself even when things look uncertain. Life rewards those who take risks, who refuse to give up, who keep moving forward even when they are scared. Many times, the biggest breakthroughs happen right after the moment when people almost give up. It is in that moment of struggle, when everything seems impossible, that we are being tested. Those who push through that moment often find that things start to shift in their favor. The door that seemed closed suddenly opens. The opportunity that seemed out of reach suddenly appears. And when that happens, they realize that all the fear and doubt were unnecessary. If you are facing fear right now, if you are doubting yourself, remind yourself of this. You are stronger than you think. The things you want in life are possible, but only if you keep moving forward. Do not let fear dictate your future. Do not let doubt steal your dreams. The path ahead may not always be clear, but that does not mean you are lost. It simply means you are on the journey, and every step you take brings you closer to where you are meant to be. The unknown can be intimidating, but it is also full of possibilities. Instead of fearing it, embrace it. Instead of worrying about what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Trust that you are being guided, that things are working in your favor, and that if you keep believing, the right opportunities will come at the right time. You don't need to have all the answers today. You just need to take one step forward and trust that the next step will reveal itself when the time is right. Keep going, keep believing, keep moving forward. The best is yet to come. Life is unpredictable. It challenges us, surprises us, and at times leaves us standing before closed doors, wondering where to go next. We work hard, we dream big, and yet there are moments when nothing seems to go our way. It is in these moments of doubt that we must remember one simple truth: the right door will open at the right time. Many times we find ourselves in situations where nothing makes sense. We pour our hearts into something, give our best effort, stay up late, wake up early, sacrifice comfort, and yet we don't see the results we hoped for. We question everything. Why is it taking so long? Why do things seem easier for others? Why does success feel so far away? These thoughts are natural. Every person who has ever chased a dream or worked towards a goal has faced these moments of uncertainty. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is belief. Belief that no matter how many doors close, the right one will eventually open. There are moments when life seems unfair. You may work harder than others, but they get the opportunity. You may have all the talent, but someone else gets chosen. You may have done everything right, yet circumstances still don't favor you. In times like these, it's easy to feel defeated, but what if you looked at it differently? What if, instead of feeling rejected, you saw it as redirection? What if the doors that closed were never meant for you because something greater was waiting ahead? This is not just wishful thinking. If you look back on your life, you will realize that some of the best things happened because what you originally wanted didn't work out. Maybe you lost a job only to find a better one. Maybe you faced rejection in one place, but later found yourself in an opportunity far greater than you imagined. Maybe a failure forced you to grow in ways that led you to real success. Worrying about a closed door does not open it, but patience, faith, and continuous effort do. Too often people let disappointments define them. They stop trying because one opportunity slipped away. But history has shown that those who keep pushing forward, those who refuse to let failure stop them, eventually reach their destination. It is easy to believe in yourself when everything is going well. The real challenge is believing when everything seems to be falling apart. That is when faith matters the most. The world can sometimes make you feel like time is running out, that you are behind, that if you don't achieve something now, you never will. But success has no deadline. Everyone's journey is different. Some people find success early, while others take longer. But what truly matters is that you keep walking. The world will tell you that you need connections, money, or luck to make it, but the truth is what you really need is perseverance. The person who refuses to quit will always go further than the one who had everything but gave up. The right door will open, but it will open when you are truly ready. Sometimes life delays things because you need to grow first. Imagine getting everything you want right away. Would you even be prepared for it? Would you be able to handle it? Success is not just about reaching a goal. It is about becoming the kind of person who can sustain it. That is why struggles and setbacks are not punishments. They are preparation. Every challenge teaches you something. Every failure builds strength. Every delay shapes your character. So instead of worrying, trust the process. Trust that things are falling into place even when it doesn't seem like it. Think about the moments in your life when things didn't go as planned. At the time, it might have felt like the end, but later, when you connected the dots, you realized that it led you to something even better. The same will happen again. What seems like a setback today might be the reason for your biggest breakthrough tomorrow. That is why it is important to never stop believing. If you are struggling right now, if you feel lost, if you think your time will never come, remind yourself, Everything is happening for a reason. The doors that are not opening are not meant for you, but the one that is truly yours will open at the right time, and when it does, you will understand why everything had to happen the way it did. Until then, keep moving forward, keep believing, keep working hard. Your moment is coming, and when it arrives, you will realize that all the waiting, all the struggle, and all the faith were worth it.